We're just going to show you this evening what we're going to have to do with a couple of the hives which have had a heavy bout of Varroa. Varroa is a little insect a bit like a tick, but to a bee much larger than a tick is to a human. And unfortunately it attaches itself to the bee and it's become an absolute pest, and hives can actually die from overload of Varroa mite. Here we have a piece of Corex, which is a bit like plastic, which we're going to use to put into the bottom of a hive, and it's used for us to count the Varroa mite which will fall onto it in a specific length of time. So what Laura's having to do at the moment is to put vegetable oil onto the surface of the sheet, and this ensures that if any Varroa fall down from the bees or from the comb onto the sheet, they won't be able to escape. Now what we need to do is we put it in for anything up to a week and then take it out and we count the number of Varroa mite. So this is the hive in question that we're going to put the board into, and it goes around the back of the hive and we slide it into the back of the hive like this. There's a space for it to go in. And that now will sit in the bottom of the hive for a set period of time, and then when we pull it out we'll be counting the number of Varroa that actually lands on there, and that gives us an indication of how much Varroa is in the hive.
So here's the board, the Varroa board that we put in yesterday. It's not even been in 24 hours, so we're not expecting to see any Varroa mites on this board, but it's really interesting what you can see. For instance, we can see a blob of pollen, that's dandelion pollen, and because the floors are open mesh in the hive, anything that's dropped falls down onto this, or usually falls down onto the floor. That's another bit of pollen, sort of greeny brown colour. And then we've got something interesting over here, which looks like a dome of wax, and it's actually a drone wax capping that's come off. So obviously the drones have hatched and then that capping has fell to the floor. Also got a bit of propolis there and what looks like just normal cappings here, brood cappings, worker bee cappings. So you can tell an awful lot by what's on the Varroa board